national federations who are here. You make sport what it is, and I must appreciate and acknowledge the level of support that you all have given PNG Sports Foundation, and I hope in our capacity we have supported you. I know we haven't supported you to the fullest, and there are plans for that level of support to come in the future, and Micah, the incoming CEO, is aware of those plans, and I'm sure he will, in the appointed time, introduce those support systems and programs, and I hope you all enjoy that interface that we have started. I'd like to also thank the media for continually supporting all our programs that have gone out. The media has been very, very supportive, Post-Korea National, all the print media, all the television media channels, and of course social media that has constantly registered some of the activities and the programs that we have run over the last 2.5 years with the support of the former Minister for Sport. Thank you for being there for us. Thank you for, hitting the table in the NEC meetings and demanding what we want to be done in the country through sport, and we thank you for that. As you know, we have a number of programs that we have initiated. Our incoming CEO has always been a part of that, and he is not new to those programs. And those programs are very, very important for this country. And I believe those programs are programs that can ensure that the intervention that we need in this country. Having said that word, let me once again reiterate some of the conversations that I've always had with all the staff and the media and some of the key stakeholders that are here today. The statement is basically, if you always did what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. It basically tells us that we will be naive and stupid if we continue to expect a different outcome, if we continue to do the same things over and over for over the 45 years or so. And I think it's a challenge to the incoming CEO that we need to drive those programs. Those programs are meant to transform this country. They are meant to be out there in the rural communities. They're meant to be interfacing with the children who are 6 to 16 years old. There is 80% of the children that are in the villages. They wake up every morning wondering what the future is going to look like. I've seen a lot of those children. I've looked into their eyes. In every village that I've been engaged with the ward members, with the ward development committee, with the volunteers, I've looked into those eyes, 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, and they looked back at me and said, we hope this will change our lives, because nothing has and nothing will. We have education systems, we have law and order, we have every institutions that have been with us for the last 40 plus years, and we have expected a different outcome using those same institutions. So, go rural to go global strategy, I think that's the core business of sort, and that is the only strategy that is transformational. It's an intervention at the right place, at the right time. Next year we are celebrating our 50 years. Hopefully this program will take us through to the next 50 years. Whoever's sitting around here who's going to be alive in 50 years, hopefully you remember this conversation, how we spoke about how we need to transform our country to ensure that all our children are given a hope through sport and through education to come into not just into the city, but into the world. the world is bigger than Papua New Guinea. There are many opportunities out there, and so long as we don't look beyond our noses and beyond the Sports Foundation and beyond this country, we will always play second fiddle in the world. But let me just, in closing, I want to leave this. Hopefully the incoming CEO will be able to export the number of players that we need in soccer. Soccer, let me say something. Soccer, I think the president of PNG is not here. He waited for an hour, and so he's left. Soccer for this world is a $1 billion business. There's billions of dollars worth of revenue that sits there waiting for at least some of us to be able to scratch the top of that. Unfortunately, we're not even there yet. Unfortunately, we have never had a system or a process or a mechanic or a method or a model to be able to develop the children at the right age so we can export them when they're 12, 13 years old. Hopefully, what I leave behind with Go Rural, Go Global is the vehicle that will take us there. There are Africans who are in EPL who are earning 100,000 pounds a week. Now you do the math yourself. None of us sitting around here, even put together, we probably don't earn 600,000 kina a week. If those are the opportunities out there in the world, I think we need to get ourselves organized. But that's just one strategy. The rest, I know my leader knows what they're here. And I want to also, in parting, say that I'm not traveling anywhere. I'm not an overseas resident. I'm just around here. If I'm not in the village, I'm usually in town. I'm always happy to offer a helping hand to make sure that these concepts that we develop continue to get embedded in the leadership in this organization, but also more importantly, the technical people that will deliver, and of course the hundreds of thousands of volunteers that are out there who are just willing to do something. There's a teacher in Kabul district, who has walked thousands of kilometers in that district, covering 20 primary schools, registering over 3,000 children under the age of 15, just so that Go Rural, Go Global can be implemented in that space. If you see his photos, you will see the Sports Foundation banners, both the Go Rural and the Sports Foundation, and he sent some photos that are way down where the valleys are and high up where the mountains are. And he's walked every part of Kabul as we speak today. He's sending me photos of all the kids that he's registering. And that's what Go Rural, Go Global is. It's not about sitting here looking after our own interest, but it's about getting out there into the villages and making sure that we realize the hope that our children have in the villages, because sport is the only hope. Sport has no prerequisites. You don't have to be a grade 10, you don't have to be a university graduate to play sport. You just have to be an able body with an interest, and if you're talented enough, you might find yourself in Moresby playing for NSL or playing in the netball competition. There's a lot of girls from the Central Province out of the villages that come to Guise Park every Saturday playing netball. That's who we are. We're not anything else. Our core business is about sports development, sports participation, sport leadership, and making sure that we develop the sport industry so that the sport industry is a place that our own people, our own locals participate in and develop it. As it is now, it's dominated by foreign interests. And unfortunately, if we don't do anything, like changing the National Sports Institute to TAFE College, we will be like this. We will have the same conversation in 10 years' time, unfortunately. So with that, let me take the opportunity to welcome the new incoming CEO, Michael James. He's not new to this organization. He's had close to 10 years of tenure in this organization. He understands the business, and hopefully you take these programs forward, and I wish you all the very best with your management team and with your incoming minister and of course the incoming board. And at some point when the board is put together, I wish you all the very best, and don't forget I'm only a phone call away. Thank you, Leader.